Hello and welcome to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Grand Arena Championships Season 17, Week 2, Round 1. My name is Boma Fett. I'm currently 3-0, but I may not make it to 4-0. Let's take a look at why. My opponent is Crusader 70, and look at the portrait that he has. Alright, let's go to the hotbot for a quick comparison. The hotbot shows almost the entire side on my side is green and only a few little areas of red on Crusader's side. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. In the GAC stats, you can see that I have a higher current score, I've got a much higher best score, I've got more lifetime banners, but 462, that's not terrible. Crusader's a decent player. 94 undersized, 42 clears, those are both a little bit low, but 401 defense is definitely good, and anything above 1,000 wins is pretty decent. In the roster summary, you can see that I have a tiny bit more overall GP and just a slight edge in top 80 and top 65 GP, character GP, and ship GP. I also have 30 more Zetas than Crusader. That suggests to me I've been playing for a longer amount of time, and he's probably had to spend some money in order to get his account to this level. I have a pretty good advantage as far as speed at the top of the roster. I also have 5 more Gear 13 characters, although he has 10 more Gear 12s. In the mod analysis, you can see that I do have more 6-dot mods, and I do have more mods with high-speed secondaries. Despite my advantage in Gear 13 characters, he has more total relic levels, and that's because he has 7 Tier 7 characters, and he's only left 2 at Tier 1 to 2, whereas I have 6 at Tier 1 to 2. In fact, I have a few that are Tier 0. They're just Gear 13, and I have not put the relics on them. That's because they're the characters needed to get Jedi Knight Luke, and I'm waiting until that event opens, and then I will relic those characters. Here in the meta characters, we see Crusader's biggest advantage and also his biggest disadvantage. So he does have SLKR, he's fully reliced and has the ultimate, but he does not have General Skywalker or Darth Revan or Malak, and his Jedi Revan is only Gear 12. In the key characters and important ships, you can see that he is missing Wat Tambor and the Negotiator, and his malevolence is only 5 stars. And this is because he's in a low GP guild, so his guild is hurting his roster. So let's go back to the game and take a closer look at Crusader's roster. So here you can see his SLKR in the arena and his malevolence in the fleet arena. These are all his relic characters, and as you would expect, there are a lot of First Order here, but we do have some other factions. We've got Asajj Ventress and some Separatist droids. We've got CLS, Chewbacca, and Han Solo. We've got Palpatine and Vader, Rex and Fives. And we've got a couple of old folks, Old Ben and Old Daka. Here in the Gear 12s, you can see we've got some more clones, we've got bounty hunters, we've got Ewoks, Jedi Revan, Bastila, Jedi Anakin, Grandmaster Yoda, Ahsoka Tano, Padme, Night Sisters, Jolee, Jedi Training Rey. So this is a roster that has definite holes because of SLKR. The question is, can I exploit that and get the win? So the strategy here was that I knew he was going to put SLKR on defense because of his GAC history, and I also knew that I was not going to be able to clear it. So rather than bang my head against the wall trying, I instead decided to put a heavier defense in the hopes of stopping him. So let me show you my defense. So in the top zone, we've got General Skywalker, we've got Malak, Hux First Order, and Bosk Bounty Hunters. In the bottom zone, I've got Darth Revan, Nute Gunray, and General Grievous. In the back, I've got Night Sisters, Fin Fin Poe, IG-88 with Queel and Karth. And in the ship zone, I've got Thrawn and the Negotiator. So for some reason, my sound recording cut out. But let's take a look at his defense. He's got Poggle and Separatist droids, Shock clones, Phoenix, and Supreme Leader Kylo, as expected. In the bottom zone, we've got Nute Gunray, 501st clones, and Hux. Now, in the back, I was expecting Ewoks, Bounty Hunters, Night Sisters, and one other squad, and I was unsure what that was going to be. I thought it would be Kira Nest, but Nest is here with Nute. So I had no idea what that other squad was going to be. So my strategy was just to ignore Supreme Leader Kylo and just clear everything else and then hope that he got stopped on my defense. So I went to the bottom zone and I started first with the Hux squad. And so I took in my Padme squad here, and the thinking is Padme does not rely on turn meter gain. And so Hux's ability to prevent turn meter gain is not going to slow this squad down or affect them really in any way. Alright, so I start off going after red, and I just do a basic here, because I'm saving the AoE so that I can use it as a dispel for when the Stormtrooper taunts. So that should be coming up right here. Stormtrooper is going to taunt in just a second. There it is. And now I'll use the AoE from Anakin to dispel that taunt. Then it's back after red. Kick to the face to get the stun. And there goes red. Now it's after Hux. But there's another taunt from Stormtrooper, and I don't have the AoE ready. So I end up attacking Stormtrooper for a little bit until I get the AoE. And now at this point, I'm debating whether I should go after Hux or just kill off Stormtrooper, because I've got Stormtrooper down around 50% health. But finally I decide I'm just going to go after Hux. And then Stormtrooper taunts anyhow, and so I'm stuck going after Stormtrooper again. And goodbye Stormtrooper. Little retribution. And goodbye Hux. So 53 banners there is a very good outcome. Now next up is the Nute Gunray squad, and I decided here to try and cheap out and go with a low-cost counter, the Geonosians. Now the Geos are kind of a classic counter for Nute Gunray squads, because when you pay off the extortion, everybody still assists. So it's a good way of taking care of that extortion. But in 3v3, it's not as effective as in 5v5. And against this comp in particular, with Dooku, who has stuns and who can ability block, and with Nest in there who can daze, it can be problematic. So the extortion comes out right away, and I go after Dooku. Now the problem here is Dooku counters and stuns the Brute. The Brute is the one that has the extortion. So now the Brute can't cleanse that extortion, and it's going to start spreading. Now I'm stuck attacking Nest, and so Nest is going to put daze on everyone. We've got another stun. Again, we've got extortion on the Alpha, and I'm not going to be able to cleanse that because of the stun, but I do get the big hit against Nest and get rid of Nest really quickly. So that made me very happy. But you can see everybody's got extortion now. And there's daze on the field. So even when I cleanse the extortion, as you'll see in just a moment, I'm not going to get any assists. Here it is. 1 assist. 1 assist. Now Dooku comes out, and he's not getting the stuns, but he is getting the ability blocks. So now I can't heal the way that I'd like to. So I end up killing Dooku, but you can see everybody is missing health and protection. I'm not going to get back around to that heal. This is just not going great. Even though I'm going to win the battle, it's going to be a very low banner victory. So 48 banners, nobody had full health or protection there. So without losing a single character, a 48 is a terrible score. Now, against the clones, I'm going to take in Kira, Han, and Chewie. And the thinking on this one is that I just need a lot of damage output, because I need to get rid of 5s quickly so that I can get on to killing Rex before he can Rexecute someone. So I start off here by stunning Rex, and then I switch over to 5s. And I go after 5s, gotta get him down quickly, call the assists, but here I do something kind of dumb, and I AoE with Chewie, and I almost killed Rex. That was really close to being a disaster. Luckily, Rex stayed alive. I was able to come back and kill off 5s, and then kill off Rex. Great banner recovery on this squad because of Chewie's guard, and a 53. So that opened up the back zone for me. So let's take a look at what's back there. You can see there's a Padme squad and a Bastila squad. Neither of those were in the GAC history. Now I did expect the Night Sisters and the Bounty Hunters, but I was not expecting the Padme or the Bastila. So I took a short break to make a plan, and then I came back and I fixed my audio issue. Alright, I was having a sound recording issue, so I apologize for that. The rest of the commentary should be live. We're going to go against this Padme squad here with Palpatine and Vader. Palpatine, Vader. Normally I would do Thrawn here, but I'm going to do Traya, and then I can put the Isolate on Padme. It might not be necessary. Fracture might be good enough, but I like the Isolate because it prevents her from giving out the Courage. We're going to start with a Force Crush, and then Merciless. We'll throw this right away at Anakin. See if we can get ability blocks. Another Force Crush. And another throw. Guess we're going to put the Isolate here. Alright, 54 banners, so we didn't really need Traya or Thrawn there. They were only gear 12. Alright, against this Night Sister squad, I'm going to take my standard Night Sister counter. Kylo Ren unmasked with Officer and Watt. This can get a little dicey from time to time. It can take a little bit too long, and you risk timing out. Put the taunting tech on Kylo, and the weapons tech on Executioner. And I'm actually not going to stun. I'm going to let Executioner get rid of the taunt here. And that will allow me to use the stun on one of the other two and put it on Baka. Get rid of the taunt. Keep on healing. I don't have to worry about Plague with this comp, so that's nice. Get rid of Ventress. There we go. Now we get the stun again. Pretty fast zombie. Okay, see if we can get rid of Daka. Alright, the dots took her out. A little damage over time for the win. And 54 banners. Okay, against the Bosk squad, we're going to do Jedi Training Ray. I really hate Zam Wessel and Dengar. They're a couple of bomb droppers. And that's never fun. They steal a lot of banners. We'll wiggle, and we'll wave. And then we're going to go after Zam here. Let's see if we can stun Bosk. Nice. Alright. We'll go ahead and burn. Oh, Dengar did not go into hiding. That's odd. Hate me some Dengar. Let's see if we can stun him. No. I swear, Dengar has a super high tenacity, even though he doesn't really have a super high tenacity. But you can't stun him, or very, very rarely. Very, very rarely. So even though his stats don't look like he's got a high tenacity, or a super high tenacity, maybe it's a little bit high, but his character plays as if he's almost immune to stuns. Alright, I wonder if I can get back around to another Illuminated Destiny. Doesn't look like it. just gonna keep doing basics. Stun. It's never gonna happen. All right, 52 banners. Against this Bastila squad. Let me come back to this. We're gonna go here against Phoenix with Wampa. Goodbye, Chopper. Goodbye, Kanan. Goodbye, Hera. 56. Hoggle, Droidica, and B2. I'm going to take my Jedi Revan here. This may be a little overkill, but I'm okay with overkill. Now, I don't have a Dispel on this squad, so I gotta try and kill Droidica right away before he can... There we go, no damage immunity. Go after B2 now. Call Yoda. Alright, definitely overkill. We'll go against this Shock T squad with CLS, 3PO, and Chupio. Straight after Shock T. There we go. Put blind on them. And 54 banners there. So against this Basti squad, I am going to take my own Basti with Ezra and Kanan. Get rid of the taunt. Call Bastila. Qui-Gon is just not a good character. It's unfortunate because in the movies he is such a cool character. In the lore he's a cool character. But in the game, not so much. Oh, the taunt is gone. I should be going after Basti now. Call Basti. There we go. Just put this on auto at this point. $54. All right, so that's it. I've got nothing for that SLKR. Not even worth it to try. I mean, look at what I've got left. All right, so 2070 is my total. We're going to have to wait and see how Crusader does against my defense. So we'll come back tomorrow afternoon and we'll check in. All right, as you can see, I did get the win against Crusader. So let's take a look at what he did against my defense. He didn't clear a single zone. That's exactly what I was hoping for. It took him 3 to get through Grievous. He did one-shot Newt, but then he failed against Darth Revan. Up in the top zone, he failed against Malak, and he failed against Bosk. He didn't try the Hux First Order or the General Skywalker. So the final score is 2070 to 1178. So this just goes to show that even if you have a galactic legend, that does not guarantee you victory. If you have to make sacrifices in other parts of your roster, it could cost you dearly. So I would like to say thank you to Crusader for setting such a good defense, and thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.